Hey everyone, I'm Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and I'm joining fellow makers in a Twisted Sister YouTube hop. I am here to show you how I twisted our stamp of the month for April, which is our message in a bottle stamp set, and I really fell in love with it. I'm not really big on messages in a bottle, right? But I saw these and I saw in my mind's eye a whole bunch of terrariums. And as you all may already know, I love taking our packaging, like the little envelopes and whatnot, and carrier sheets from things like sparkles and dots and whatnot, you know, the little carrier sheets, and reusing them and repurposing them. So I took the mix-in paper pack for our March and April, which is super flexible and I love it. And I used our Succa for You, which is all these beautiful succulents that I stamped a few of my choice ones onto some white daisy cardstock. And so what I did was I took each of those plants and I used a variety of shimmer pens and metallic markers. Mostly, I just used a whole bunch of shimmer pens, and I'm going to list this down below in the description for this video. And after I got them all colored in, I just started fussy cutting. So that I did that after I colored so that I could get the shading and I could actually go over, because some of this is really fine fussy work. So I just started coloring and cutting, and I made it smaller and smaller and smaller. And then I figured out about what I wanted to fit into my bottle. And I wanted a background, so I also used another piece of our mix-ins for this little bottle background so it would pop more. So the card base background as well as this bottle background are from the mix-ins. So I took a piece of white daisy, stamped the bottle of my choice, and I just used, I have a swivel X-Acto knife. It doesn't matter what one you use, it doesn't matter what size you use. I just really like the type that you can fit over your finger, and then you have that control, right? It's almost like a ballpoint pen. And I just, because I have the swivel one, see this moves, right? I was able to go around a little bit smoother than with the straight one, which I have one of those as well, but I chose this for the tool of choice. And so I did that for the inside, and I just cut out that window. And it's not perfect. I mean, there's some little jagged edges, and I'm really, really good with that. You know, a terrarium has some depth and texture. And then I cut a piece of carrier sheet that I had laying around that didn't have things on it, that I'd gone over it with an alcohol marker so there wasn't a bunch of indents. And I've attached that to my white daisy backing. I tend to go to liquid glass as my adhesive of choice for mixed media, although our Tombow liquid glues are really good. One thing to keep in mind is the green tipped one, the top, that's green, is a latex base. So if that's a problem with you, use either the liquid glass or our blue cap. And so once that dried, I've attached some very thin 3D foam tape. And I did that even with my plants. So you see underneath here, there's a piece of 3D foam tape. And I just layered them, and I've rolled some of the leaves on my succulents so that it just has a lot of depth and dimension and more wow factor. So then I just literally am attaching the overlay so that I have my terrarium. That's all there is to it. I did add extra depth by using my ink to distress the outsides of my cardstock, as well as our mix-in paper. So I will list all of my dimensions, my cuts, and my inks. I chose a cute little saying, and I used itty bitty teeny tiny little sparkles. I love bitty sparkles because they're just cute. They're just these little flecks. But you could go ahead and add glitter glue. You could use some glitter dots. You could go ahead and use a standard size dot or standard size stickle. You could even take our tri-blend markers and color them to coordinate. But I was really happy with the way this was coming out and had to share this with you. If you liked this video, please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel, then comment, share to all of your friends, and hop on over to the next in line. The links are in the description, and I have a playlist at the top, so feel free to check back often. We have 2 people joining in this hop each day until its completion. Have a great day, everyone, and I will be back in 3 days. Have a great day. Bye.